God, is that Chris? Jobs Aquarium Tanks? $4.20 super chat? Holy smokes. It's been like a year since I've seen you. What's up, buddy? Thank you, I appreciate it. How you been? First, we have some unfortunate news. If anyone here knows who Michael's fish room is, he did have a heart attack yesterday, so he seems to be doing well. Definitely in good spirits, you know, Michael. But yeah, just keep him in your thoughts, in your prayers, and wish him a speedy recovery, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Is this Bob? Yes. Is it? There we go. Echo's fixed. Echo is fixed. I wanted to say everything twice for Michael, so it means double. Also, way bad echo here. Echo. It's fixed. It's fixed. Michael Machos. Michael Macho. That is a very powerful name. Says new sub here. Thank you, Michael. I think Michael's near me. He is in New Jersey. Turbofish with a $4.99 super chat says prayers for Mike. Yes, definitely. Need to get him back on the show here pretty soon. CERN? The Hadron Collider? The hydrogen? Anyways, guys. Michael is fine. Cough. Yeah, right after his birthday, too. What a birthday present, huh? I hope that doesn't happen to me this year. Scary. Yeah, so, in other news, look what I got. Look what I got in the mail. You can't really see it because of the green screen. The Tub Pond Handbook. So, thank you. This was sent to me by a fan. One of my first. This would be only my third ever piece of fan mail. I do have my first still sitting here somewhere. I've got a pile of like mail scattered all over my desk. But first, coming from Joel, I've gotten 2 postcards from him, and now this would be my third. So I'm really looking forward to reading this. I haven't got a chance to yet. I forgot to turn off my ringer, but it's all got all kinds of pictures in here. It looks pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. So thank you, Alex, for that. Let me turn my ringer off. Whoops. All right. Off. What's the best way to clean the inside of a used acrylic 125? Probably distilled white vinegar. That's pretty much my go-to. Chris says, I've got both tubs going great. One with mixed guppies and one with mix of endlers. Any of those mine? I have fish out in the pond officially. Gold white clouds made it to the pond last week. I've had enough of this weather. It's still cold. It's still raining, but they are doing great. And if it continues this way, I'll have to find something else besides rainbows to put in there. Hopefully. It's supposed to be in the 70s this week. and stay that way for a while. We'll see. Hey, Jamie, thanks for being the only one to donate to my birthday charity, by the way. I'm sure some kid got a free meal because of you. Well, that's pretty awesome. Well, happy birthday to you, Kevin. All right, so topic of the day. Biggest annoyances in the aquarium hobby. I will tell you that regulators is probably an annoyance to some. Matthew Vargas, what's up? Just got an Aquatech regulator. Any problems, anyone? I've used an Aquatech regulator for many years and didn't have problems. Didn't we have big hail thunderstorms yesterday? Nah. I think that was 2 days ago, and they never last very long anyway, so it's not a big deal. So I'll tell you my biggest annoyance. I was going to say it, but now I'm not going to. My biggest annoyance is the my way or the highway people. You do it my way. My way is the way that works. If you don't do it my way, you're an idiot. Yeah. Dang Tank says, sickness paranoia. I get anxiety even thinking about adding new fish to my aquariums. Things I should enjoy. That's why you have... What? What do we have? What do we do with new fish before we put them in the aquarium? Joel JG says, my biggest annoyance in the hobby is people. I almost said something very similar to that, Joel. I had to bite my tongue for a second, and I did. I did. Man. Albino Oscars are a big annoyance. Herp diversity coming in with a zinger. I love it. You can kind of tie in like fish abuse with that though. I feel like Oscars get abused a lot. I set up new tanks for new fish. Dang doesn't do quarantine. He does fish. Gary Duncan says, companies steering people wrong just to make a quick buck like filter cartridges is annoying. Yes, or the pre-made like all aquarium kits and set it up and add fish the next day. Just dump in this sugar water and you're safe to add fish. I was going to say goldfish people. Actually, of all the people, I don't think I've ever had any issues with goldfish people. Had a lot of issues with the cichlid idiots. Just lost all my cichlid subscribers. Lots of issues with the cichlid idiots, man. What else? The beta. Those people, yeah, a lot of annoyances from them. Punchy Paint says, glad to see you. There has been a huge DDoS attack on knocking out internet and phones across the U.S. for the last 6 hours. I was afraid you'd have trouble streaming. Not here, my friend. Not here. Bring it on, suckers. Bring it on. Here, this will be the new hashtag. Cichlid idiots. Cichlid idiots. Yep. Pound cichlid idiots. Yeah, the African cichlid dudes hate me for mixing. Those are the dudes I'm talking. I'm not talking about like the South American cichlid guys, the Central American cichlid guys, the angel guys, the Episto guys. It's the guys that freak out anytime you mix African lake cichlids. Every week I lose a group. That's my goal here, Daniel. That's my goal. And matter of fact, is anyone streaming after me? Is Ron DeSantos at Friday Fish Facts? Is he streaming tonight? I don't know. If anyone's streaming after me tonight, that's gonna be the hashtag. Cichlid idiots. Cichlid idiots. Dropping actual medications in chain stores in favor of natural. El Natural. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, personally, I would rather treat all natural, like salt for ick, but I mean, ICX works great, so. Except for one. I've only had one time where ICX didn't work well. Biggest annoyance is stupid comments that plant and fish won't survive. My tank is 2 years old, so why not? Yes. Yep. Again, I get that with the cichlid idiots. Oh boy. I said cichlid idiots, and here comes a cichlid keeper himself, Mr. Zenzo. Cichlid it's. Zenzo, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, my friend. I didn't have some nice things to say about some of the African cichlid keepers. Back when I kept them a lot, I always mix my cichlids. I didn't mix like Malawi and Tanganyikan. Okay, I did, but still, it works. And man, I got so much hate on my videos, and I was talking to someone else, and they were like, "Yeah, it's those cichlid idiots." It's the first time I ever heard that. I'll never forget. But yeah, it's kind of like it's the fish police. They're the fish police of the cichlid world. Another thing they would yell at me for is having plants with my Mbunas. You can't have plants with African cichlids. You just can't. And I'm like, well, here's my tank. Here's my plants growing. Here's the same tank 6 months ago. The plants are still there. There's more. They've grown. So how can I not do this? Yeah. Anyways, if Zenzo, if you haven't left yet, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. By far, fish abuse. Walked into a restaurant today. 55-gallon silver arowana, 4 blood parrots, 1 self-implica, 1 giant gourami, 2 peacock bass, 1 geophagus. Saddest tank I've ever seen in my life. Yes. John Hudson, you gonna put up with this? Well, he's not a cichlid guy anymore. He's a betta guy now. Fish tank Reddit personally bothers me. Oh man, you want to talk about a toxic environment? Our aquariums. Oh my gosh. I'm not a Reddit person. I've never been a Reddit person. I went over there to check it out once. I got banned within like 2 days. This was like 4 years ago. What did he say? What did he say? I'm here lifting weights and listening. All right. He's lifting so he can pound you when he sees you next. I think he's already at that point. Wait a minute. I don't like the way that sounded. That didn't sound very good. How about we use a different adjective next time, huh? Come on, Candy. This is rated G. This is a G stream, Candy. We're OGs and we're rated G. Come on. I can't believe that just came out of my mouth. Anyways, so Dang Tanks, it was a hibachi restaurant at that. Disgusting. Maybe they're probably raising fish to eat. Everything of that. Me too, doing lower. Oh my gosh. Small fry aquatics. We're gonna hit the reset button here, folks. Reset button. Steamthought, I'm collecting thoughts on this question. What is the difference between a cycle tank and an age tank, and other measurable, quantifiable differences? I can only tell you my opinions on the difference between a cycle tank and an age tank. I have never done any type of measuring between the two. I've never specifically tested a tank that's been set up for 4 years versus one that's been set up for 4 months. I mean, obviously a cycle tank just means you have bacteria. Whereas an age tank, you're going to have all kinds of microorganisms. You're going to have algae. You're going to have all kinds of stuff in there, not just beneficial bacteria. I mean, that's putting it very simply. I bet if you got someone, who would do it? Who would do that? Maybe Joseph, if he still has his little doodad. I don't know if anyone else has a microscope. Maybe who's the Dr. Fish guy? Anyone with a microscope. You know, take some aged water versus a newly set up and cycled aquarium and put it under a microscope. Now everyone's going to tell me like 50 people have. I'm the only joker without a microscope, probably. Bentley, Big J, JH. Scotty working lower. Fill in the blank. Blank a doodle do. I'm heading to the pet store now. What do I need? New fish. New fish. New fish. I feel like I want to get a microscope. Can I get a, I'm gonna look. I bought something today on Amazon. I cannot wait to show you guys. I'm not gonna say what it is. It's it has to do with my favorite sticker though. So use your imagination. Microscope. I want it to be USB. And I want it to be at least 2,000 times. How about that? In a camera. $695. All right, that's the goal for super chats. What are we at? What are we at? I missed Matthew Vargas. Of course I did. Oh no, I read that. I read that. Okay. So we're at Turbo Fish, and we're at about $20. All right, $675 to go. Not ending this stream until we hit $675. He bought a poop hat. A poop hat. A poop hat. Does that exist? I got one and never used it. See, I feel like if I was to spend like $500 on a microscope, I would probably use it like for the first 2 weeks, and then like the coolness factor would be over, and I would never use it again. I mean, I feel like I can honestly evaluate myself and know that that would probably happen, and I just wasted $500. Chevy Fish says, I had a microscope. It was awesome. The stuff you could see and what things look like, amazing. I remember having lots of fun with the microscope in like biology, and you know, just going and scooping out like water out of anything, and seeing all this stuff out of puddles, out of streams, and my foot itches. Dude Fish, there it is, my friend. There it is. The best super sticker on YouTube. Get a microscope to see a bunch of stuff to make you paranoid. Dank Tanks, I think your paranoia level is a little too high. Maybe a little less dank, a little more tank. Some friendly advice for you. You're paranoid tonight, man. Whew. Yeah, Candy says Dank is paranoid tonight. That's for sure. Back to the topic at hand, it looks like. David says, how about manufacturers using lids that have drops rather than dosing millimeters out of a cup? Aren't the dots like pre-measured though? Like you can read the little instruction label. I don't know. I'm just guessing. $4.99 from Jamie McDonald says, microscope to examine Kevin Green's beard dandruff. Beard dandruff. Interesting. Bob Kaler says, Bob, borrow one and see if it's and use it and see if it's worth $700. I don't know if someone would loan me something like that. Looks like there's a few down in like the $200 range. I'm guessing there's a pretty big difference in quality. I don't know. Someone needs to make a book? What? Chevy Fish says, try universities and school biology classes. They sell microscopes cheaper when they upgrade. Yeah, they're pretty much all shut down right now, though. Kenny, what's up, buddy? Threw a full-spec Aquanite on my 38, and algae went nuts. Almost at green water level. I would honestly keep it that way. You guys know I love green water. Bob, I need to know the plans regarding the big tank. What are you talking about? We can talk about that. Dollar gallon sale not being standard. Are you saying that they should be that way all the time? It should always be $1? Uh-oh. Here it comes. I'm surprised it took you that long, Kevin. A microscope to find Jamie's What about the guy not using his blank? See a good discount? What? Bob Kaler says, I'll loan you one, Bob, so you can end the stream today. Yeah, I was talking about this on my stream over the weekend about I want to do an 8-hour live stream, but I don't want to do an 8-hour live stream. I don't know. I still go back and forth. Dragon lair, but microscope picture? What? Oh, Chevy fish. There you go. No scoop included with fish, food, and meds. Yes, I got one of the big, gigantic jugs of General Cure. No scoop. No scoop. And I know what you're thinking. You got to dig down. It's all the way on the bottom. It moves around. No, it doesn't. It wasn't in there. It's pretty annoying. Evan's Fish Room with $1.39 sticker. Thank you, my friend. Oh, man. What else? So, I mean, fish police, obviously. We've got no scoops. Obviously, one of my biggest annoyances, I mean, I made an entire video out of it, is when you can't buy a can of fish food and it's only a quarter of the way full, and everyone says, oh, that's your own fault for not checking the weight. Like anyone checks the weight when they buy something. Are you kidding me? I've never seen a person at a fish store or a pet store, well, dog food, cat food, things like that, sure, but fish food, looking at the can of weight and saying, this doesn't feel right. Let me get my scale, put it on the scale. But by my calculations, we collected 1/10 of the taxes for a microscope. No one's business if it's cycled. It's no one's business if it's cycled. I don't even know what that means. Michael Wall says, oh, maybe I should read this comment first. My biggest annoyance in the aquarium hobby is when a PetSmart employee asks me if my aquarium is cycled. I gotta disagree. That's a pretty important question. It is. See, Michael, you're an experienced fish keeper. I'm guessing that everyone in this chat right here doesn't need to have that question asked. But if you think about the average person that's buying, I mean, I hear some absolute horror stories when I'm in these fish stores, when I'm in Petco or PetSmart, and people are buying tanks, and I think it's an important question to ask. This product is sold by weight, not volume. What a crock. Common plecos being sold at all pet stores is annoying. Yes. Yes. I don't think common plecos should be in the hobby at all. At all. They really have no business. Derpy fish tuber live streams that do not solve world hunger or climate change. That's me. I was waiting for someone to say streamers. I was really waiting for it. You know what? I can only do my part to help world hunger, and I feel like I've done so much, and that I'm so much overweight that I'm actually helping the average. I'm helping the curve. Again, I can only do my part. Winter is a big annoyance to me. It never used to bother me until I got into summer tubbing. Like, I loved everything about the weather here in Washington until this year. One of my favorite things to do actually is hike in the rain. I love the cold. I love the rain. But I don't know what's going on this year. It's snowing in Montana. It's snowing all over the place. It's June. Fish Tank Barn, what's up, people? What's up, people? What's up, Mike? Oh, man. I might have been watching a video from Dustin earlier. What's up, Fish Tank people? I'm surprised Petco employees know what the cycle is, at least in my area. Mine too. Mine too. I've said this many times. I've got a really good Petco and a really good PetSmart. Matthew Vargas says, breaking news, July 4th, Bob adds fish to tubs, removes fish September 4th. I do have fish in there. I do. You might not have been here at the start, but I do have gold white cloud minnows in one of the tubs. Just jumped on. What's up, Bob? What's up, T-Shot? Good to see you. No, it's gorgeous today. That was a few days ago. It's snowing in Tahoe. I've noticed most of the YouTubers are on the chunky side. All right. I guess we're all doing our part. Big whoop. Where are the rainbows? Not going outside in cold weather unless you're going to pay to replace them. Eric Furlow, thank you with the 99-cent super turd. I appreciate it. Snowstorm is hitting the Rockies today. Virus On says, having a 300-gallon tub at the moment at my disposal and not doing anything with it. Yep. That's... Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. I've got 300 gallons sitting outside with nothing in it. Just waiting. I will say that I got some absolute buttes when it comes to rainbows the other day. Lisa, I don't know if you're watching this, but those fish I got from you, holy smokes, all of them were amazing. All of them. Michael Wall says, I mean, what's weird is I can go to Petco and buy a kitten as an 18-year-old, and they don't ask in my house if safe, but for fish, they question you. I think they at least make you fill something out and ask some questions, don't they? I don't know. What do I know? How the Episto's doing? That male looked great. The Episto, so it's only a trio. So it's one male, two females. So I have to breed them. I have to raise the fry. So it's going to be a while, but they're doing great. Zenzo, Joey, Jay, Dustin are far from chunky. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of people that are not. Late cleaning the pool and lost track of time. Mike over there living like a king with his pool. After Tom left, I agree the world has flip-flopped. After Tom left. Tom. What am I missing? I don't get it. What are those pistos? Oh, yeah. Picked up an albino hecklei to go with my uterus this past weekend. They don't sell kittens, only adopt them out, and lots of paperwork. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't know if they're different rescue dog treats in other places, so I didn't want to say anything. But I know my Petco... No, my Petco doesn't even have kittens. My PetSmart has kittens, and it's ran through an adoption agency. And yeah, one time I tried to adopt a dog, and there was like 4-page paperwork thing to fill out, home inspection. I was like, give me a break. C5, before I obtained my rescue dog, I had to submit a financial report and submit a background check. When they want to do a home visit, that's where I drew the line. Yeah, me too. I didn't know home visit. This is my home, not your home. It's none of your business. Eric, I'm just kidding, Eric. I'm just kidding. Trust me, it's not a great pool. 5-year-old Walmart special. My car channel should be Saab Bean5. The good news is about the car channel is we're supposed to have sunny weather after Wednesday, so can finally finish that project. I have fish coming this week finally as well. The best turquoise rainbows you're ever gonna find. So if you've been wanting turquoise rainbows, I should be opened up by the end of the month, and I'm going to have some pretty amazing turquoise rainbows. Rescue groups and shelters adopt pets out at Petco. That adoption fee goes to us, not Petco. That is true. Hey, Casey, what's up? I have to message your brother. Matter of fact, I'm going to do it right now. I'm glad you popped on and reminded me. Hold on. Hold the phone. All right. Pugimus Maximus. What's the car channel name? Oh, that's probably pretty important. There's no videos on it yet, though. No videos. Matter of fact, I don't even know if I can bring it up. I don't think... No. I'll have to... I don't know. I'll figure out a way to find it. Oh, is it linked? Oh, there it is. It's linked. Sorry. Go ahead and smash the like button, y'all. Yes, so we need a few more. What else is annoying to me? You know what's annoying to me? I talked about this last week. Aquarium lights. Super annoying. I feel like some are vastly overpriced. Well, I guess that's just about everything in the hobby. I'm just going to say, outside of the $1 per gallon sale, prices. That being said, I have to raise the prices on my website. Hunter says the adoption paperwork for dogs in Texas is very brief. At my shelter, it is just 2 pages, no home inspections. You have to fill out something that says you will bring the dog back if you have any issues. It's been so long since I filled one out. I don't remember what's on there, but I know it's 2 pages. You are correct. Very overpriced. Yeah. Yep. I feel like, I don't know, maybe if it was possible, it would have been done already. But there's got to be somewhere from an Aquaneat that's $30 to a Fluval that's $200. There's got to be something in the middle somewhere. Like, there just has to be. But what is it? I don't know. What do I know? The shelter did anything they could to sell the dog instead of rehab it or find it proper rehab. I've had horrible experiences adopting from a dog from Petco. They lied about its aggression and age. So again, all that information would come from the shelter, not from Petco. Stores telling customers to care for animals and nature than keeping fish in empty tanks without any interior for the fish to hide in whatsoever. Well, I think it would depend on the fish, because a lot of fish are not going to hide in general. I guess, like in nature, they wouldn't hide if there was no threats. I mean, how many times I can't tell you how many times I've gone out in streams and water and fish are just swimming out in the open. Obviously, there are fish to hide. I'm not saying none do. And also, they're not permanent homes. Yes, I stutter sometimes. So they're not permanent homes. And it's kind of like all my tanks in my garage are just holding tanks. They're not show tanks. This is why I don't do like a ton of videos in there. Yes, there's plants and some have wood. Like any tank that has pleco in it has wood in it. There's stuff in there. So I will say it's better than like a Petco or PetSmart, but I don't do the volume. If I was in these tanks like all day, every day, there's no way. There's no way I would have all those plants and decorations in there, so I can't really blame them. I'd use desk lamps with good bulbs, but I'm worried that my house would burn down. I love the spotlight look. Holy crap, it's all about DIY. What's happening, Bob? Steve? What I find annoying is doing water changes without a Python. Yes, absolutely. I had to do the bucket brigade a couple weeks ago. I was in the middle of changing up how I do my water changes, and I had to do some water changes, and I had to use the buckets, but not anymore. Bob Kaler is absolutely correct when he says not all rescues and shelters are equal. Most are volunteers and above board. You found one that wasn't. Yeah, when you see some of these dog shelters, and they're clearly just people that are in it for the money, or I would guess I wouldn't say shelter, but they're definitely flipping dogs. I don't really want to call that a shelter. My shelter is pretty good. It does some things I don't agree with, but it's pretty good, and the animals are pretty well taken care of. The problem is that there's not any leeway. Like it's either this is the rules and then that's it. If a dog bites someone, it gets put down no matter what. The situation doesn't matter, and that's what I don't agree with. Want to try a Phoenix Series 1 from Co-op. Those are about $10 to $15 more than the Beamsworks. To be honest, I haven't tried. There is that new isn't there the new Stingray? Phoenix Stingray 2? I need to try one. I am absolute like anti-Phoenix Stingray. I'm probably the only YouTuber that is like pretty staunch anti-Phoenix Stingray. I've had absolutely nothing but problems with Phoenix Stingray lights. So I would like to try out a Phoenix Stingray 2 though. I'm not going to trash it without trying it, but the first one, not a fan. And I know a lot of people had really good luck with them. I know the people in chat are probably going to be like, I love my Phoenix light, and that's fine. It works good for you. I have LEDs burnt out on just about every Phoenix fixture, every Phoenix Stingray fixture that I have. And it's very frustrating. Gary Duncan, a quick update on how the long-finned green dragons look, please. I would, maybe some members can chime in. The members have seen them. Puppy mills are almost as bad as tropical fish meals. Mills. Not meals. Not meals. Mills. Gary, the long-fin green dragons are amazing. They're huge. I paid more for them, so they're going to be selling for more. Just throwing that out there. But they're about twice the size. They're probably 3 times the size of what I sold before. So they're huge. Honestly, I don't remember what I sell them for. Let me look. All I know is that price is definitely going up. Oh yeah, my website's down. I can't look. Oh. Supporting a shelter is fine. Getting a dog from one is fine. I'm trying not to change someone's minds, but I despise when people think you should only adopt a dog. Oh, I'm definitely not in that. No. There's definitely situations. Hey, what are you doing? There's definitely situations where people should be getting dogs from breeders for sure. And there's lots of just amazing, ethical, really good breeders out there as well. I want a pair of mini snowball plecos so bad. I've never heard of that in my life. Snowball plecos, I know. Mini snowball plecos, I don't. Rose Aquatics says, thank you, Bob. Oh, you must be talking to the other Bob. I use my garden hose to drain tanks, and the weir goes to the trees. The water, the water goes to the trees. Fill into a bucket, match temp and heat, then bucket into the tank. But I have a pump that I could use. Susan is here. Hello, Susan. New Jersey shelter has no say. You can literally go in and get to the point. They let the dog on a leash with you and just walk out. You just got hobby-made stargrass. Hobbyist grown stargrass? Stargrass is amazing. I need to get some of it myself. I want dwarf snowballs too. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I mean, I know what a snowball pleco is, but I don't know what a dwarf is. I would definitely want some if it exists. Retail rescue. I agree, Michael. We need reputable breeders. Yeah, I mean, let's say I have let's say I have like a newborn child. I'm not going to go adopt a dog from the shelter, not knowing its history. Yeah, I would not take that risk. I would absolutely buy from a breeder if I had like a newborn child. So that's just one of the situations. This is a good one. Mickum. Biggest annoyance when the handle of a bucket lets go. Yes, when the handle on the bucket breaks. Absolutely. Eric Furlow with the $2. Hey. What in the world do you have? I have no idea what you could have got. It made that much noise. Fish police annoy me the most. Yes, they're everywhere. I feel like the fish police have moved off the forums and they're officially over on Reddit. I want to make sure I didn't miss any more. Eric Furlow with the super turd. Fish Police and Rich T. Will you have blue eye rainbows available when you reopen? Oh man, I don't know. Rich, I don't know. Okay. Nobody knows this, but actually one person knows this. I got some blue eye rainbows. What am I thinking? All my members know this. I got some Pseudomigales, and they look absolutely stunning. And those ones are for me to breed. Now, I will say, I did get some Pseudomigale luminatus, which are phenomenal. The problem I'm having is, do I keep them for myself? They are amazing. So, I talked about this last week. No, I talked about this in my video or in live. I don't know. Somewhere I talked about this where like plants that I've bought are coming in immerse grown because they've been sitting for so long. Fish are coming in way bigger because they've been sitting so long. These Pseudomigale luminatus are like full grown, just fat adults. They have like the full finnage, all grown out. They look so good, and I don't know if I can sell them. I don't know. It's gonna be hard. I might put them at such a ridiculous price that nobody buys them, and if they do, then I won't be so sad if they sell. I've been on the search for reputable Mastiff, Japanese Mastiff. I don't know how to say the first word, so I'm not going to. Breeder in the States. Fish Police are on Reddit and Facebook. I don't do much Facebook anymore, so it wouldn't surprise me if they're still there. I have exiled myself from Facebook for the most part when it comes to like fish stuff. HC Aqua knows what I'm talking about. He says I keep all the luminatus for myself. They look so good. They look so good. Killer says, Cam, most people don't look whether a breeder has vetted, will take back and refund, and many other issues that puts the purchaser in a bad position. Yeah, if we're still talking about buying puppies from a breeder, do your research, guys. Do your research. The good thing about social media is a lot of real breeders take advantage of social media. And the bad thing about social media is a lot of breeders exploit social media. So just do your research. Don't think just because this person is breeding. I know someone who's breeding a certain dog. They have like 100,000 subscribers. And people just think they're the best. But when you research it, when you go and actually talk to people that have bought puppies from them, it's not a good experience. So same thing with us fish keepers. Just because I have 40,000 subscribers doesn't mean that I know more than someone that has 40 subscribers, right? I'm just a big dummy on social media. What do I know? The same thing applies to dog breeders. If buyers knew better, the puppy mills and backyard breeders would be done. Well, see, I don't agree with that statement either. Puppy mills, absolutely. But again, I feel like there are a ton of really good backyard breeders that have really, really nice and dogs that are really well taken care of. And I say that because I have someone local that's breeding Mastiffs, and his dogs are amazing. Way out of my price range, but amazing. One of my Walmart buckets split open just now, wasted 2.5 gallons of salt water. Yikes. Lesson learned. Don't buy buckets at Walmart, I guess. Kenley Schindler says, currently sitting on my limit of 3 dogs, but I still really want a blue hound tick. I know. I want like 12 dogs. And if I had 12 dogs, I'd say I want like 25 dogs. Okay, enough of that. I get like the terminology backyard breeders. I know what you're talking about. And yeah, like 99% of them are bad. But I just don't want people to just like automatically associate negativity with backyard breeders. Even though that's kind of what the term came from. But if you know what I mean. My backyard, I mean, not tested, not selective, any pure breed will do kind of thing. Yeah, and again, I think I just said that. No, Who needs people when you have a dog? Exactly. Kenny, don't need any more things that poop at his house. Oh, snap. What soft water community fish would you recommend for persons who's only ever bred cribs, cories, and live bears? Are you wanting to breed? So I'm asking because recommend for people who have only bred. Yeah, so you've bred those. Can't go wrong with a pistos. My only advice on dog breeders: do not buy from Amish. Make sure whatever breeder you get from has the health clearances. Yeah, every breeder, all right, plain and simple, guys. Every legitimate breeder is going to have x-rays. They're going to have history. They're going to have blood tests. They're going to have, hip dysplasia stuff. If you're buying from someone that doesn't have any of that stuff, then leave them alone. Don't buy from them. I'd love to get another Akita, and I prefer going through rescue, but Akita rescue dogs, that's the other thing. Yeah. Veranda guy. Oh, man. I was hoping you were going to hop on today because I wanted to say something. And now I forgot. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh man, this is not gonna be real quick. Oh, yep, here we go. I found it. Okay, hold on. My new monitor. Varanus pilbarensis. That's what I'm after now. That's what I want. That's what I'm going for. I saved this just for you. Varanus pilbarensis. Wow, everyone that has fish love dogs. I would think people that like fish are animal lovers in general. Whoever said no Amish is not wrong. I don't know. I can honestly say I have no experience with anyone Amish ever, so I cannot speak pro or against. We were hunting dog breeders for years because we needed our dogs' help for hunting. We loved and looked after them better than ourselves. The Pilbara rock monitor. Oh man, I thought I saw someone. Here, I'll show this to you guys because this is really awesome. Hold on. Okay, so this is a reptile, folks. I apologize, but check this guy out. Where do I go here? Yeah, look at that thing. Look at that thing. How could you not want one of those? This small Australian species of monitor stays under 20 inches snout to vent. They are primarily insectivorous and are very active diurnal lizards. Their coloration and active behavior makes them amazing display animals. I want. How much was it? $900. All right, no microscope for me. Getting a rock monitor. What do we got going on? I wanted a dog. The kid wanted a dog. The wife didn't want a dog, so we compromised and didn't get a dog. What? 2 versus 1? How is that a compromise? It sounds like you're in a dictatorship over there, not a democracy. Whew. I get that. I can only speak for my situation. Getting a young puppy from a solid lineage makes the most sense, especially with an Akita. For socialization reasons, that is true. That is a good point. Good rescue. Tiffany White says a good rescue has a lot of vet expenses. How did we get on this dog topic? Man. Some people don't want a puppy. Anyways. My biggest annoyance is trying to figure out which way I want to go about, or if I can reinforce my pier and beam floor. Watching from the Philippines. All right. Reinforce my pier and I know a lot of people that reinforce their floors. I feel like you should be able to do it. I bought enough orders from the co-op that I've got all the different stickers now. They're amazing. Yeah, I am wearing my co-op hat. Look at that. My deprived LFS also says, since humans are idiots, the only nature we will have in the future is the nature saved on photos. I don't believe that at all. Nature will... I think humans will starve out the planet will reset, and we'll start over. And that'll just keep happening over and over and over and over. My audio sounds weird now. We're back to the echo. I wish I can get some rainbows from Gary Lang. Well, that's where my rainbows come from. So, well, no. They're Gary Lang rainbow fish, but I get them from a breeder that gets them from Gary Lang. So, does anyone else give their dogs first and last names, or am I the only one that does that? I'm curious. Tiffany White, how was dinner? That's an odd question. All right, Lisa. Shaila, I have no idea, sorry. Says, nice background, bro. Yes, we can thank Jimmy for this background. Jimmy coming on the live stream next week or the week after. So, looking forward to that. Once he gets back in town, once he gets back to Ohio, that is. LOL last names. Yep, my dogs have last names. Well, I want to know your dog's last name. Oh, man. How can I be the only one? Seriously. My dog's name is Buddy Christ. That sounds like a last name to me. See, I'm not the only one. Reckoned rations for a 6-gallon... Reckoned rations. Wow, that autocorrect. Recommendations for a 6-gallon nano tank. I will only do shrimp in nano tanks. That's it. I am done with fish in nano tanks. I won't even put bettas in nano tanks. Are we ever going to get M. pygmaea rainbow? Herb diversity only if mine spawn. And they're probably not going to because I only have like 4. So all my dogs' last names are Get Here, and all their first names is No. My dog's last name is my last name. I'm going to give them middle names. Nice. Lisa was commenting on a photo she saw on Instagram. Oh, I don't think I've been on Instagram for a long time. Inside joke, Bob. Kara the Lucky Girl, 11-year-old German Shepherd from North Carolina. That's a good age for a German Shepherd. I used to call my American Bulldog a Chopper Chop. Skylar is called Skylar Damney Weaver. When he gets Skylar Damney Weaver? What? Skyly Weaver? I don't know. What would I recommend for a 37-gallon cube planted tank? Cube. Not a huge fan of cubed tanks, but I would do peacock gudgeons. I think those like stoutier type fish would do pretty well in a cube tank. Some peacock gudgeons, maybe a school of like green fire tetras. Always love those guys. You could do like dwarf cichlids, maybe like a pair of epistogramma would be pretty cool in there. How long is Little Steen going to live in the 240-gallon? Do you still have Microsteen? Microsteen got rehomed years and years and years ago. Little Steen is not going to be living in the 240-gallon for very much longer. Bob, what's the official reopen date? I don't have an official. I only have an unofficial, and that is going to be the 29th. The 29th. Yeah, the 29th. Just open the calendar. One of my cats' name is Princess Baby Kitty, but she goes by Meredith Conroy at the vet. My vet doesn't do last names. I have an Aussie named Grizzly/Bear. All right, guys, welcome to the Canine live stream. Are you gonna buy Murphy's tank? Nope. I didn't even know it was for sale. Is it for sale? I had no idea. Do green fire tetras actually look the way they do on Google? I don't know. Let's look. Green fire tetra. That is exactly what they look like. I have them on my channel. So I have these in my 125-gallon tank, and yes, they are awesome. The white-tipped fins is the males, and they're awesome. Emily W., welcome to the Steenfoss Shoal. Thank you, Emily. You are now privy to my last shipment of fish if you want to go check it out. Dwarf Sag, what? Low-tech carpet plank, no CO2. Yeah, there you go. Dwarf Sag, trip diversity. My last video, actually, I talk about dwarf Sagittaria. So check it out. I even put it in a low-tech tank. So I like the 4-leaf clover for low-tech carpeting. For me, it grows really, really slow in low-tech. That's my only issues with it. But yeah, that's just me. I've got a cat named Ranger Rick and a dog named Jump Master Jake. Had Ragnar the Red, but he lost his fight with feline leukemia. See, I'm glad I'm not the only one. I'll check it out. Thank you. Yeah, it does have to buy a bunch. Yep. Yeah. So I've got some in a 30-gallon tank, and it is probably one of the slowest growing plants ever because there's no ferts. It's really low light, but it's nice and green. It's super healthy. All right, where am I at here? By a bunch. Endodoris Zingu. Is this some type of dwarf chainsword? Or am I completely off base here? Dwarf chainsword. Hey, look at that. Dwarf chainsword does really well. Dwarf hairgrass will do well. They just grow insanely slow. Dwarf hairgrass, I have carpeted with low light, no ferts, and no CO2. But on a 29-gallon tank, it took probably almost a year to carpet. What's my favorite fertilizer? For like an all-around fertilizer for the average hobbyist, probably Easy Green. For me, because I have like 900 tanks, I use dry ferts, and that's personally my favorite. But if I only had a couple tanks, I would just do Easy Green. An all-in-one, absolutely. Caleb Overhaul is here. What's up, buddy? Hey, Caleb. You think you could film like a little 2-minute video of Flame Steen overhauls? Give us a little update. I will gladly post it. I'd love to see. I haven't seen him in a long time. You ever figure out what's going on in a 300-gallon pond at Danny's? Oh, what's going in? I have a pretty large school of about 50 salt and pepper Corridoras, and that's about it. We're still waiting on weather. So, yeah, that's where we're at. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it does have to buy a bunch. Yes. What's your favorite fertilizer? You ever figure out? Oh, look at that. We're all caught up. That means a lot of this. A lot of this. Yep, I can do that, Bob. Awesome. Thank you, Caleb. Would love to see it. Do you have any experience with Dr. Tim's one and only nitrifying bacteria? And I used it once. Oh, I used it, and it worked wonders for my tanks. I have not bought anything Dr. Tim's. I'm not like anti his product. I just have never bought anything Dr. Tim's. So I don't know. I can't speak to it. I don't know offhand, but there's only certain types of nitrifying bacteria that actually work. So you'd have to find out which kind is in there. But most of like the cheap stuff, that's just sugar water. It's snake oil. Did I miss what or who is your biggest annoyance? I almost said who. At the very beginning of the stream, I almost said who. But I stopped. I didn't go through with it. What is my biggest annoyance? I don't know. There's so many. What would be my number one? I don't know. We were talking about the cichlid idiots earlier, but they don't really come around my channel anymore, so they're not really annoying to me anymore. Definitely when I was like a lot more into African cichlids, they were pretty annoying. Was it me? No. Dog people. And probably kept fish. Man, that common pleco is really up there on my list. Really, really up there. Kenley Kenny says, I love when people say you can't plant with substrate. Sand substrate. It's not something that I would recommend for a beginner. You guys notice when I yelled, it scared all the fish? That was really weird. It's not something I would recommend for a beginner, but definitely it can be done. I don't like this version of the shocked face. It looks like he's got something. Yeah, what is this? I've never seen this before. Is it how I say pleco? I don't know how you say pleco. If I've heard you say pleco, it's never like rung out or like stood out. So I guess I say no. South American cichlid people. Alex Aquatic says, never like cichlids. I'm starting to like get the itch for African cichlids again. I have my small little group of Tanganyikans. I have a small little group of Malawi growing out. I think they're really fun. I do. I almost want to make an African mixed tank just to bring out the cichlid idiots again. See if they're still there. My dwarf sag sends a new runner every day through sand. Yeah. So the thing with sand, in my experience, is it just takes longer for things to start to happen. Once the plant gets happy, then yeah, I don't really see much difference between sand and gravel. In my experience, it takes a little bit longer. Sneefot, biggest annoyance, people, rumors and innuendo as expert opinion, people foisting, people. I get what you're saying though. Yeah, that's why like I always try to preface everything with like, in my experience, I've done it this way and it worked for me. It may not work for everyone else. Yeah. This is another one of the reasons that I don't like diagnosing fish and helping people with sick fish. I feel like I've done it a few times and it's backfired every time, and then people blame me when their fish die. Yeah, I'm really not into it. Pavilion End, also a name I haven't seen it forever. Wow. Hey Bob, how do I avoid overloading a PowerPoint when setting up multiple tanks? I can only advise you to do the calculations. Yeah, like if you have a 15 amp circuit or a 20 amp circuit, if you have a 4-gauge wire versus 16-gauge wire, I don't know why you would have 4-gauge wire. I'm certainly not an electrician though. The only thing I do is when I'm looking is amperage. I go off amperage, not watts. Maybe I should go off watts. Maybe that's why I burned some outlets up. I don't know, but I go by amperage. Like the dehumidifier and my heater are on different circuits. So learned a lot of practical stuff about Tanganyika and cichlids from you and the Rick. Alec, thanks for the book, buddy. I was talking about this at the beginning of the stream. I have kind of flipped through it, but I have not read it yet. I appreciate it though, I really do. The Rick was really good with his Cyprichromis for sure. One of the main reasons I got into Cyprichromis was because of the Rick. So still, I believe he's still alive. I'm not sure when the last time he posted in Facebook, but when I was doing the whole bring back the Rick thing, he was at least still posting in Facebook. But honestly, I quit looking because I gave up bringing him back. Pretty sure once my 75 is freed up, I'm going to do Mbunas. What number of fish should I stick with? What number? Well, even if you do Mbunas, you still got to break it down a little bit more because there's dwarf Mbunas. There's like super duper pissed Mbunas. There's, so I guess pick the Mbunas first. Like most of them are going to be pretty all right. But like the Oratus, I would never get one of those. I mean, those guys are jerks to the fullest extent. But if you're just doing like just a standard, mix of Mbunas and a 75, I mean, I would do at least 20. At least 20. Small Fry Aquatic says, Steamfa, I'm an electrical engineer. Go by amps. Watts are a multiple of amps. So at least I'm doing that right. At least I'm doing that right. Rip the Rick. That's right, Codfather? What? I love Cyprichromis. Yep. I need to start breeding my Paracyprichromis again. Here we go. Chevy Fish, Nitrosomonas and Nitrosomonas and Nerobacter are the proper bacteria to cycle a tank. It needs refrigerated. I thought there was one that lived like 2 or 3 months without refrigeration. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. When am I not? Danny might enjoy it. I think he was Rachel's mentor. Alec, it's the first person I showed when I got this book. The first person I messaged was Danny. I was like, hey, check out this book I got. Watts divided by volts equals amps. There you go. USPS is 2 for 2 in really damaging fish boxes. Minimal casualties, but for some reason, all other deliveries arrive perfect. That does not make me feel very confident. Super duper pissed Mbunas. Pound it. Pound it. How many neon green or blue Rasboras would you put in a 20 long with blue dreams? I forgot to ask during an earlier stream. Renee, I would probably do like the minimum. Okay. So what is on? The minimum I would do of each is 12. The dwarf neon greens, the neon greens do get quite a bit bigger than the neon blues. So, but either of them I would do a minimum of 12. The greens I probably wouldn't go more than like 18 or 20, and then maybe like 30 of the blues. The blues are actually quite a bit smaller. It's a pretty big difference. The greens they're more of a fuller, bigger bodied Rasbora. Still want those darn Pseudotropheus seleuci. I almost bought yellow labs. I was very close to buying yellow labs. The only thing that kept me back is that I've done it before and I got rid of them after like a year. So I just had to keep replaying that in my mind to keep me from buying them. But I don't know, they really looked good. They looked really good. Most of my house has 14 gauge wires and 15 amp circuits. However, it's not to code and load the breaker. Yeah, I still have issues in my room where I burned up the I burned up 2 plugins. And now I'm paranoid to do anything in that room. So, what would you tank mate with yellow labs? Oh, dolphins for sure. The yellow and blue. Oh man. And honestly, if I had access to the blue dolphins again, I would probably have bought the yellow labs. Together or only one species in the tank? You could do both. You could do both. If you're still talking about the greens and the blues, you could do both. I would probably lower it down to start. I would probably do like 8 of each to start and see how they kind of interact. Dolphins are sweet. Yes, the blue dolphins grow so painfully slow though. What do I think of dolphin fish and elephant trunk fish? They're really cool, but insanely shy. I've had both, and well, the elephant trunk fish, insanely shy. Dolphin fish, not so much. Elephant trunk fish, they're, in my experience, they're worse than plecos. Like, you will never, ever, ever see that thing. I've tried them twice. So the first time I tried the elephant trunk fish, wait a minute. I think I'm backwards. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of the whale. the whale fish. Right? I'm pretty sure I am. It's that weird looking fish. Yeah, I'm wrong. So dolphin fish and elephant trunk fish, A-okay. Someone make a how-to video called how to safely use PowerPoints for multiple tanks. Like Microsoft PowerPoint. Just finished Enjoy Your Killifish book. Very informative. Just finished Enjoy Your Killifish. Very informative. It's cool that I'm so glad people still use books, and I'm not the only one. Yes, the baby whalefish. Baby whalefish. I was about to rant on the elephant trunk fish, thinking it was the baby whalefish. Not even close to the same fish. I don't know why. What's those big sapphire cichlids? Sapphire cichlids. Oh, the star sapphire. Yes. Yeah. Let's see. Do I still come up? Nope. I used to be ranked pretty high when I had my Placidochromis. But now, shoot, I'm not even on the top page anymore. It's been so long since I've had them. Anyways, what's those big sapphire cichlids? Yes, the Placidochromis, the star sapphire cichlid. Suzuki Aquatics. I think it was last week. Was it last week? It might not have been last week. I was trying to get you to 3,000 subscribers last week, and you shot past it. I'm not taking credit for that, but I'm glad. Look at that, 3.05 thousand subscribers. Congratulations. We need to get you way more subscribers though, because you have awesome ponds. I do love your ponds. Don't know, Katie told me they don't ship fish and never have. I had 3 boxes of fish with me. I showed pics of receipts from there last year. What? You want a pond of 40 red devils? Yikes. Yikes. Someone make a video. Oh, yes. That would be nice. We would need like an electrician for that, because I'm not making a video on how to not burn your house down. Now Susie's theme song is stuck in my head. I know. I was gonna start to sing it, and I was like, nope, because it's gonna be stuck in my head for the rest of the night. Susie cute. Are Julidochromis peaceful enough to mingle with non-cichlids? So they're a rock dweller, and you can definitely have some fish in the water column without any problem. Just make sure, they're from Lake Tanganyika, and so try to replicate that as close as you can. Too late. Yeah, too late. You see, that's the thing. Like, those catchy jingles, man, they'll get you. They'll get you every time. That was pretty genius. Pretty genius move. Cool, thanks. Yep. Is it stealing if you buy a mislabeled fish for way cheaper than it should be at a big chain store? I don't even think it's stealing if you do it from an LFS. It's not your responsibility, right? If I bought some zebra plecos and sold them online as bushy nose plecos, and then like a week later after I've mailed them out, I wouldn't turn around and be like, oh, you paid $10 for those fish. I'm going to need you to pay $200 because it was my mistake. Nope. I would say, good score. I'll eat the loss. It was my mistake. I'm an electrician, but I'm not sure how I should be making how-to videos for the general public. I mean, I honestly, like, I don't know that I want that kind of responsibility. Like, even if I had like a certified electrician come on my channel, and we were like, do this, do this, do this, I know someone's house is going to burn down, and I'm going to get blamed for it. I don't want that. No, thank you. Otter Creek Aquatics, what's up, buddy? Wow, Bob, I'm so sorry. We do ship live fish. Send me a text later. Oh, you guys must be talking about... I don't ship fish UPS anymore. Never again. Never. Tanganyika and killifish? What are we talking about? I do love those fish. I meant, are you going to have Hillstream loaches anytime soon? Nope. I don't know that I'll bring Hillstream loaches back. Yeah. It's one of those fish that, I don't know. I do love them, so I want to bring them in, but they come in something different every time. And so confidence is low. Confidence is low. I got a baby rainbow fish for the price of a tetra from a chain store. Yeah, there's a store by me. What is it? It's Bridges. It's called Bridges. And I think Jimmy did a tour of this store. And they get like random apistos in. I don't know where they buy their fish from, but they get like random apistos. They don't know what they are, and they just put them in a tank, and they're like $5 for this fish because we don't know what it is. Like, it's pretty rare, but it does happen there, and I'm just like, wow. But again, the same store is selling like corridoras for like $18 each, and I'm not talking like orange lasers. I'm talking like common species of corridoras. So I don't feel bad at all. Bob, that makes me feel a lot better about the rainbows you sent me. Fish tubers, forgive me for I have sinned. I charged $2 for a 29-gallon tank during the $1 per gallon sale, and I kept my mouth shut and left with my tank. I got charged $2 for a 29-gallon tank. You guys, hey, I've gotten free tanks from Petco before, so don't feel bad at all. I got a lot of free tanks from Petco. Well, not a lot. I got 4 or 5, I don't remember how many, free tanks from Petco due to an error on their end. I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. It's not my fault. I didn't even ask for the money back. They just gave it to me. What if you take a fish to the self-scan at Walmart and key in the code for a cheaper fish? Is that stealing? That is definitely stealing. That is definitely stealing. The same store I was talking about, Bridges, does kind of the same thing. Okay, so to be fair, I haven't bought fish there in years, so I don't know if they still do this. But when I would buy fish there, they bag up the fish and then they put it in like a brown. They put the bag in like a brown lunch bag. And then they just write the price on the brown lunch bag, and then you take it to the other end of the store and have a completely different person ring you up. I mean, and they had like zebra plecos and stuff there. You could easily just bring in your own brown paper bag. It's just a standard black Sharpie, and write $5 on a bag, swap bags, and you could have zebra plecos all day long for $5. I don't know if they still do that. It's a terrible system if they do, but that is definitely theft. I didn't do that. I always look for mislabeled fish, though. Always. PetSmart. My PetSmart is a good place to find, like, plecos listed as common plecos or bushy nose plecos that are actually, like, fancy, rare strains of plecos. So you can get lucky there every once in a while. But I don't know. I don't know what the difference is, but when it's their mistake, it's their mistake. When I'm purposely stealing something, then that's on me. But if they make the mistake, that's their fault, not mine. What place is that called again? That's Bridges. Bridges. What if you go to the store with your own net and net out fish and then walk out? Is that stealing? Yes, and it happens. It happens. Somebody walked out with like a $500 puffer from a store in Portland. What are your good tank mates for neon rainbows? I have a 39-gallon. Any community fish. Rainbows do well with any community fish. So just, I mean, tetras, rasboras, a lot of barbs, dwarf cichlids, corridoras. Yeah, really sky's the limit when it comes to rainbows. And most rainbows will even do well with semi-aggressive fish. So, are you going to live in Chad? Chad. Chap? That nonsense in Seattle? Let me look. I'm trying to organize going there actually after the stream. I'm just waiting on a response from someone. But yes, if I go there, I will probably live stream it for sure. What do you think of breeding for profit? I think it's amazing, my aquarium show, and if you can do it well, there's pretty good profit. It was renamed to Chop. It's Chop now. Chop, not Chaz. I think it's Chop. I don't know. Someone stole a shark once. I believe it. I believe it. I prefer overnight when ordering fish. I've had way more problems with USPS one-day shipping than USPS priority by far. For any guy, there are flying foxes which look a lot like SAEs. Flying foxes are one of the most underrated fish in the hobby, I feel. I seen a video the other day that a dude had rainbows in with Africans. Yeah, it's really common. It's really common. Do they with their fins? Smallfire Aquatic says, I know so little about rainbows. Are they jumpers? Absolutely. Is there any Agnes about them that might need to know about? Any Agnes? I don't know what you mean. But yes, rainbows need lids or you will slowly lose them one by one. Definitely. Anyone ever had pea puffer jump out of a tank? Found mine died today while I was at work. Oh, found yours did. Well, any fish can jump. So any fish that gets frightened is going to jump. Some are obviously a lot more prone to jump. Some jump for fun. But yeah, any fish can jump. Yeah, you're not safe. Corridoras can jump out. Plecos can jump out. Yeah. What about flying foxes? Do you think makes them underrated? I never see them ever. So in my area, they're definitely underrated. They're super awesome. They're social. They do eat some types of algae, and you just don't see them. They don't get quite as big as like a Siamese algae eater, but still pretty good size. If startled, they do dart. That is correct. Anything. That's why I say anything can jump out. Wow, not cool. I honestly don't know if I ever shipped a package overnight with USPS where something didn't go wrong. I mean, that's how bad it was. Maybe. I know I did it a couple times with Ginger Graves, and we had dead fish, damaged boxes, and did it once with Matthew Vargas, I believe, and the box never even showed up. Or what did it show up, crushed or something like that? I don't remember. Or was that USPS? I feel like we had a disaster, Matthew, with UPS. Something happened. I've done it too. Glossolepis, Bosemani, Kenny Schindler in neutral water. Oh, yeah. Rainbows are like... The thing with rainbows, they have such a wide parameter of water... wide range of water parameters that they can do well in. The only thing you have to worry about is the water quality. So they're a little more fussy when it comes to water quality. If you skip a water change, probably not a big deal. If you skip 2, then you know they're not going to be as hardy as some of the other fish. Yes, it was UPS overnight. Showed up 3 days later. Box was mulch, I'm assuming. No water in bag. All dead. Yep. K Walker, my purple gudgeons actually are eating vibrobites now. So they didn't the first time or the second time. A third time was a charm. So what did I try? They wouldn't eat krill, and then they wouldn't eat mysis shrimp. But they finally went after vibrobites. So I don't know if they just got hungry enough, but yes. So finally got them to eat. So hopefully they'll do well. Hopefully. Donald's Fish Vibes. What's up, buddy? I have bows, Monty, rainbows in with my goldfish and koi pond. I also have red and turquoise in my koi pond and red in my African South American cichlid pond. They breed successfully. Yeah. Yep. So again, huge range of water parameters for rainbows. Just about that clean water. I feel like shipping is very based on region. Here in Michigan, USPS is completely unreliable, but UPS is flawless for me every single time. Yeah, so I definitely have my issues with USPS when anything goes through the Sacramento transfer station. It seems like it's always a nightmare. Um, like I don't understand it all. I don't understand how something can go from Washington to Florida in 2 days, but from Washington to California is like 3, sometimes 4 days. I don't understand it, but it happens. So yeah, I definitely feel like it's based on region, because a lot of the times when my USPS packages goes through like Tennessee, like I have no problems. Usually I don't think, knock on wood, I've had very many problems going through Tennessee. And luckily, like 99% of my customers are in Tennessee. Apologize on their behalf. Yeah, well, not everyone really cares. I'm also really lucky that my local post office is absolutely amazing. So they're really, really good with my fish, which is the main reason why I do like USPS exclusively now. If someone wants to pay for FedEx overnight, I'll do it. But I'm definitely never doing UPS again, ever. I called my account dude for UPS, and I was like, shut it down. I don't even want to attempt to be able to log in here, and they try to get you, talk you down. And I was like, no, you guys have killed way too many of my fish. But yeah, see, that's the thing. You have like Dan's Fish, who has really good success. So maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I'm telling you, USPS, I've had a lot of good luck with. There are definitely specific facilities that suck. Yeah. What about the other fish you got the other day? How are you? If you're talking to me, that was a local pickup. So that was delivered by a hobbyist, and yeah, these places had nothing to do with that shipment. Is he using FedEx? I can't get good FedEx rates like Dan does. I don't even do nearly the volume. Obviously, I don't do any volume right now. I've had USPS tell me the seller should print on the boxes live fish so the boxes do not get tossed around in non-fragile items. Yes. So I can absolutely guarantee you that is 100% fact. One of my best friends is a USPS carrier, right? So absolutely, if you put live anything on your box with USPS, they have a completely separate shelf that it goes on. So if you're ever in like a USPS like mine, there's the front counter. Behind there's like a hole in the wall. You drop off your packages, they throw it through the hole in the wall, right? There's a cart on the other side. The cargo gets empty, gets replaced. If I didn't put fish on there, my fish would get tossed into that cart and just get tossed around. But since I put fish on there, it goes to the special shelf that all USPS places should have for live animals. So, but it's weird because I get people that absolutely refuse to put live fish on their boxes when they ship USPS, and I'm just, they swear up and down that every time they put live fish, something happens to the box. Like, people are purposely going out of their way to kill these fish, and I don't buy it. Like, I know some people, some people are bad at their job, some people are lazy, but I don't think anyone's going around, oh, look, a box of fish, and shaking it and trying to kill them. I don't think people are doing that. Kenley Schindler says, how do snakes fare in shipment? I would think very well. So I've shipped one snake. I've never shipped a reptile in my life, and it arrived just fine on shipping priority. Snakes, yeah, I don't imagine shipping snakes to be an issue at all. Some reptiles, like chameleons, I imagine would be awful. Like, I don't want to ship chameleons at all. They're so delicate. Snakes, I mean, what's the harm? Box flips over, they just flop around. They just turn right side up. Like snakes on the plains. Yeah. Bob, tips for Pandagara crews? You know, I don't really have any. They're just really, really insanely durable fish. They can go colder water. They can go warmer water. They can go neutral to slightly acidic, neutral to slightly alkaline. I mean, they're just... Honestly, they're one of the easiest fish I've ever kept in my life, and I have no idea why they're not more popular in the hobby, because they absolutely should be. So if you're thinking about Pandagaras, I wouldn't even stress it. Super easy fish. Priscilla MK says, oh, hi, what's today's rant about? No rant. No rant. We haven't ranted. I don't think I've ranted in a long time. And maybe I should, because I could use the views. Every time my USPS is marked live fish, I get it a day faster than when not. Yep, see, now that I could believe. Live fish is the equivalent of a kick me sign. I'm telling you, there's some of these like old school shippers that absolutely refuse to put live fish. And, you know, I don't argue with them. I'm just like, hey, you got your way, I got my way, you know, whatever works for you. I've always been afraid to label boxes live fish because of that, Bob. I mean, you would have to be pretty sadistic and to actively go out of your way. I mean, that's like some serial killer stuff if you think about it. Like, live fish. Oh, I'm going to chuck this box across the room. I'm going to kick it. Do everything I can to hurt these fish. I don't know. I guess maybe I have too much faith in people, but I understand it happens. But I like to believe it's on accident more than ever. Because, I mean, I only put live fish on two sides of the box. So there's still two other sides where someone could just pick it up, not see it, and chuck it. So, yeah, I don't know. I have a hard time believing that people treat them worse just because it says live fish. That's just me, though. I don't know how it works for fish, but with reptiles, I believe you're required to label the box to comply with the Lacey Act. I just put live animal. So I have my live fish, which you're not going to be able to see. But I have this, but it is neon green, so you can't see it. Oh, this is the live animal one. There you go, live animals. So I have one that says animals and one that says fish. So there you go. My boxes are crushed and bags without water when I label live fish. Doing 3 claims right now. See, I just think it's bad luck. I don't know. Then there's that mailman Bob that came in and wanted to open the fish to make sure they were alive. Yeah. See, I think it's like my issue with UPS. I don't think that there's someone... Okay, if I could like guesstimate a percentage without trying to like exaggerate, like an honest, actual percentage, I would say about 75% of my UPS packages showed up damaged. And most were a complete loss, as Matthew Vargas can vouch for. So I still don't think that there's someone specifically seeing live fish and just smashing those boxes on purpose. Maybe it's the way it goes through the sorting facility in Seattle. I know when I dropped off the very first time I did UPS shipping and I dropped them off at the UPS store, I heard the guy say, be sure, he telling the other UPS guy when he took it to the back, he's like, be sure to tell the driver about these, and he needs to tell the people at the transfer station. I feel like if you have to give specific instructions, then the way they handle packages is probably not the safest for live fish. And again, I see other people having lots of success with UPS. So I really do think my problem is the Seattle transfer station for UPS, but I don't know. Priscilla says, remember the wholesale order I got via UPS, Bob? I think I sent you pics. Yes, where every single fish was dead. I actually talked about that on my live stream. Right after the live stream after you sent that to me, we were talking about fishing. And again, accidents happen. You know, I had that huge box of rainbow fish that took a forklift right through the box. I had the fish come from Florida, where I don't remember the specifics, but a couple of the bags popped, and the guy my driver actually opened the box, repackaged all the fish, and then you know, put them back in the box. So there's good people out there too, and I think they far outweigh any bad people that are out there. But I've got zero faith in people. See, I can't do that. That'd be, ugh. If I had zero faith in people, I don't even know why I would still be here. I mean, let's be real. I live in Western Kentucky. All USPS have to go to Evansville, Indianapolis, I think. 3 other post office before it gets to my house. The last post office closes at noon. Wow. No, it's the way it goes through the hub. Yeah, see, that's kind of what I'm thinking is there's a lot of automation in this system, and the automation is probably not very friendly to live animals. I mean, there's probably, you know, boxes getting stacked on top of boxes, getting pushed around, and yeah, I don't know. I just can't afford to keep replacing ship. UPS has never refunded anything from me. I filed claims on every single one with UPS. Specifically the one to Matthew Vargas that was 3 days late and damaged. They didn't refund that. Not even the shipping. USPS, I have had good luck with their insurance claims, so that's why I only do USPS. But anyways, I think we just spent like 45 minutes talking about shipping. Joel G with the $2 NZ. Joel JZ from NZ with the microscope funds. Thank you, buddy. You have the right attitude about people. I used to be in the complete other end. Honestly, I used to hate everyone. I used to think everyone was a jerk. Everyone was an a-hole. And I was a miserable person myself. So makes sense, right? FedEx seems a better option nowadays, but not a good one either. They're so expensive, though. I cannot afford to ship FedEx. I just can't. Thanks, Joel. Yeah, thank you. Do you think it would be problematic to put a male German blue ram with a male orange flash apisto and a 20-gallon long? I want a German blue ram really bad, even after hearing all the bad about them. So here's my issue with that, is that German blue rams actually like to be in groups. So if you only do one, he's probably going to be stressed out and probably going to go out of his way to cause problems. So that's why I wouldn't recommend it. Can you mix German blue rams and apistos? Yeah, absolutely. I think you can. In a bigger tank, obviously. But doing one German blue ram, I don't know. I probably wouldn't do it. Like I said, they like to be in groups. Moonstone Aquatic says, I got plants poorly packaged the other day, leaking water despite the disclaimer. Is there anything liquid perishable? No, they rewrapped in a plastic bag and it arrived. Okay. Yeah, I should probably get into plants. I mean, talk about easy shipping. Bob, it's your mods that improved your outlook. Mods help. I mean, everyone here. Honestly, YouTube. Maybe someday I'll tell you guys the story of why I even started YouTube in the first place. Because it's I don't know, it's not really an interesting story, but it's basically replacing one thing with another thing. Coming from a very negative thing to what has been a very positive thing. So it's definitely, yeah, I mean, the mods, the subscribers, everyone here, other YouTubers, absolutely. How's my Tegu? What kind of enclosure do you have him or her in now? I'm actually in the middle of building an enclosure, which will be about the same size as a 125, so 6x2x2, and she'll live the rest of the year in that. And then next year, she should be big enough to get like a 4x4x8. Or if I'm feeling a little froggy, maybe the entire fish room in the garage. So we'll see. But she's doing great. She does have some issues with her front legs every once in a while. I haven't really pinpointed it at all. But every once in a while, she does have issues moving her front feet, which is kind of distressing. But like I said, it comes and goes. So I haven't really pinpointed it. But she's still pretty awesome, though. We fixed you. Yeah, link us later. You should see if you can sneak your boxes in with the Aquarium co-op so you can ship out on Sunday. I could, if I wanted to, I could set up Sunday shipping. But Sunday is the day of rest, man. I don't want to work on Sunday. Are you kidding me? Sunday, Sunday is like my water change day to prepare everything for Monday shipping. If I shipped on Sunday, then I would have to have Saturday be my water change day. And Saturday is family day. That's when we have all our barbecues, our get-togethers. They're always on Saturday. So I'm not giving that up for fish, to ship fish. Bob got tired of drinking, so he started a cam show. Basically, that's pretty accurate. Bob appreciates us. Everyone hit the like button for him saying something nice. It's pretty rare. YouTube, introvert's way out. For me, anyways. Yeah. Bob gave up gambling to... Bob gave up gambling and took up options trading, which definitely isn't gambling. I gave up gambling a long time ago, though. That was like back in my 20s. We don't ship on Sundays any longer. New warehouse location doesn't have Sunday pickup. There you go. There you go. I work Sunday to Sunday. There's no days off, Bob. Well, you know what, Matthew Vargas? I make up for it because every day is a day off for me. And again, it's because of all of you. So, yeah. Good call, Bob. I don't know what you're referring to, but I'll accept it. Good call. Who was I talking to? I think I was maybe I was talking to Jimmy. We were talking about doing something, and he was like, "Oh, but you're gonna be shipping fish by then." I'm like, "Dude, I think we were planning on a trip or hiking or camp, something. I don't even remember." But I'm like, "Dude, I'm my own boss. If I want to shut down my store for a week, I'll shut it down for a week. Who's gonna complain? Who do I have to answer to? It's my business. I do what I want. If I want to shut it down, go camping and hiking, then we shut it down. You know, it's, you know, I have all of you guys to thank for that too. So, Bob is a YouTube gojillionaire. Not even close, but it pays the bills. But also don't have any bills, so that helps. Bob seems like a butthole, but he's just a soft teddy bear. I can be a beehole though when I need to be. Kenny says, gambling does nothing for me. I've tried. It's just not my thing. Probably not a bad thing. When I turned 21, I got addicted to gambling. Hardcore addict to gambling. Now I can't stand it. I actually worked in a resort, the largest, one of the largest places you can gamble in the Northwest. I actually worked there for about 5 years, which is kind of ironic, but yeah, gambling. Don't do it. Do not go to the slot machines, people. Say no to slot machines. I never got addicted to slots. I always thought it was stupid. But Pai Gow, Blackjack, yeah, I was addicted to all those card games. My dad loves fishing, but I'm too scared to do it, probably because I watch horror movies about fishing. I love Texas Hold'em, Rose Aquatics. That is actually how I paid my way through college. I did not work when I was in college. I played cards. To me, gambling is just a scam. Yeah. I get it. I mean, I get it. If you have fun, do it, but just don't get addicted, you know? I feel like Bob has worked everywhere. Does anyone else feel like Bob has worked everywhere? I have worked everywhere, but at the same time, I have worked hardly anywhere. It's really weird. I'm one of those people that, this is going to sound really conceited, but I'm one of those people that you can put me just about anywhere and I'll do a good job. I don't really care what it is. I'm just lucky that way. So I've had a pretty wide range of jobs with a wide skill set. Yeah. I think there's a saying for that. Jack of all trades, but a master of none. Something like that. I don't know. Thank God he didn't see my comment. That would have turned into a rant for sure. Uh-oh. Bob's retired. He's rich now. That's what I heard. He doesn't have to work on Sunday. Yeah. There was, you guys know, there was like a good solid week that I wanted to rant about that, but nope. I work too hard for my money just to gamble it away. But yeah, you could make so much more money if you did gamble it. I mean, you could hit the jackpot, man. The jackpot. Bob, you should have gone into construction. You'd make a good concrete worker. I've done concrete work. I work too little for the amount I get paid to gamble it away. Yeah, I worked everywhere. Unemployed people. Have you tried this job yet? I don't know. Bob. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Bob Kaler, I don't know that I would ever stop volunteering at the shelter. So I've always volunteered. It's not something I really talk about. I talk about volunteering at the shelter because it's animal related. This is kind of an animal channel. But I've always volunteered pretty much almost my entire life. There was a pretty large part of my life where I was an alcoholic and had a gambling problem. I didn't do much volunteering. Well, I voluntarily gave my money away, but that's about the extent of that. Outside of that, though, I've done a lot of volunteering, and it's just I'll never stop. I'll never stop. The most gambling I do is buy a lottery ticket when it gets above 100 million. Well, see, that's just like, what's $2 at a chance to win 100 million? How big do you think your Tegu is now? I got mine 4 months ago at 15 inches. Now he's 30. She's easily the size of my arm. Like, yeah. I need to do a video of her. Probably when the new enclosure is complete. How about that? How about that? Awesome. Kudos, Bob. Yeah, I mean, I feel pretty bad because it was my niece and nephew's graduation on Wednesday, but I skipped it to go to the shelter because I'm generally the only one that goes on Wednesdays. So if I don't go, the dogs don't get let out. So it was kind of... My sister's not very happy with me. I know my niece and nephew are pretty okay with it. My sister, I'm pretty sure, is pretty mad at me. And hopefully she's not watching right now. But if you are, I'm sorry. Yeah, so if I don't go on Wednesday, they pretty much don't go out. And the reason being is because the shelter is still on lockdown. So they limited who can be there and when they can be there and what time. So... the huge problem is that they age restricted it, so no older people are allowed to volunteer right now, which was like 95% of the volunteers. I'm sure it was a huge number. So yeah, it's pretty light staffed right now, so I'd feel guilty either way. Either I'm sitting there thinking about the dogs being stuck inside all day, or I'm thinking about my sister being mad at me. And I feel like she'll forgive me eventually. The dogs would have to sit in their own poop for the next day. So, I don't know. I don't know if I made the right decision. We had a private graduation party for them. And I was there. I did go to that, so I don't know. Kaler's Aquatic says, Bob, send me money and candy. I have neither. I don't have any candy. I have a little bit of money. I just got this check. Actually, look at this. Look at this. Oh. This is a check I got in the mail for $17.40. All right. I want to see the Tegu now. Too bad the video will tank your channel. Yeah, my channel is I cannot tank my channel any worse than that video that I made 2 weeks ago. I'm still in trouble for that, and I'll probably be in trouble for at least a few more weeks. The video would be the copyrighted video that I made that is not monetized and it's copyrighted. So the double whammy, I'm an advocate at a Baptist center. I love my work. I get paid in so many ways besides monetary. Holly, I think one of the biggest problems, and I don't want to get too ranty about stuff that's not fish related, but I think one of the biggest problems in society is people tying wealth to their bank accounts. I don't have very large bank accounts, but I feel like I'm wealthier than so many people that have huge bank accounts. Like, I got great family. I got great friends. I'm doing YouTube and getting paid for it. I can do pretty much anything I want, whenever I want. That's worth way more than any amount of money. Any amount of money. I mean, I turned down a 6-figure job at Microsoft. Just not doing it. Not. They offered me a job doing DNS server management, and no, I'm not gonna be a slave. You can't put a price on freedom, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, don't tie your wealth to your bank account. Anyways, what about the car stuffs? Hopefully this weekend. The weather, I think after Wednesday, it's actually going to be summer around here. Yep, sun, all 70s. If that happens, I can finish my first car video. I can put real fish out in the pond. It's going to be awesome. Wealth should be measured by happiness, not money. Abso-freaking-lutely. What about the cichlid video? Oh my gosh. OMG. I forgot about the cichlid video again. You know what? You want to know how terrible of a businessman I am? I haven't even checked my Steamfod Aquatics Gmail in like weeks, I feel. Yep, look at all these emails. Oh man. All right, I got work to do. Holy dude, guys, it's already 7 o'clock. This has been 2 hours? That's crazy. I hope no one was going after me, because I completely did not think that it's been 2 hours. I was just checking the clock because I felt like it's been an hour. Fish Tank Barn says, I think your freedom every day when I walk out. Oh, wait, I think about your freedom every day when I. Yeah, so when I say thank you for the $5 super chat, like I can do anything I want whenever I want, that's obviously not true. Like, I just can't fly here or fly there and do all this, obviously, right? Still got to have a budget, but it's incredibly freeing to. You know, when I quit my job to do this, when I made the decision, because I mean, I still gave up a fair amount of money to do that. It was looking around at the people that have worked a lot longer than me, so older people, and you know, you see these people that they sit in the bathroom for like 30 minutes on their phone, like that's their escape. Like you're sitting on a toilet. You're so unhappy with your job and what you're doing that you pretend to be taking a 30-minute crap just to get away from it all. And it's like, I don't want that ever to be me. It's just, man, I don't know. I just couldn't do it anymore. I had to get out. So it's not like just one day I decided to quit. This has been building up for years. I've been, you know, saving, investing. I'm not really. I think savings accounts are one of the biggest scams in the world, but that's a whole nother topic. But anyways, it's just, I don't know. You just see all these people that are miserable, just walking in and out of work with their heads down. I didn't want that to be me. I didn't want to spend 40 years of my life working 40 hours a week to retire and live for 10, 15 years with hardly any of the money that I've made because it all was made for someone else. Nah, that's not for me. I'd rather die at 50 and be free than slave for 40 years and live for 10. Anyways, that's enough of that. What are you going to do for your adult tegu enclosure? I upgraded mine to an 8x4 grow tent. Ooh, I didn't actually think of a grow tent for that. Are you worried about... See, when I think of like grow tent, I'm thinking like the nails. Like, are they going to be able to scratch through it? But that's an interesting idea. A grow tent. Doesn't try to get out or like scrape through the tent part? That's what I do. Only time you can sit down. If I could, I'd love to be living the life of Camp Keenan down in Florida. Nothing but reptiles and fish. But I would have dogs as well. Yep. Fish Tank Barn says Friday was 20 years at the company that I work at. I never made it until this last job I had. I never made it more than 2 years at a job. I just couldn't take it. After 2 years, I'd always had enough. I always just quit, walked out the door, and did my own thing for a while, and then poor planning, had to go back to work. So, yeah. We'll see. We'll see how that works out this time. Is it just me, or did I stare at that fish for like 10 minutes? Maybe. I quit my prior job because I didn't want to be a yay, it's Friday, boo, it's Monday person. Yeah, that's the same mindset, right? I mean, everyone's like, woohoo, thank God it's Friday. I'm like, if that's you, man, you're doing something wrong. Like, I don't know. It's a lot harder. It's easier for me to sit here and say that it's easy because I have no responsibilities, right? My only responsibility is my animals. I'm not married. I don't have a family. I don't have kids. I don't have bills. But I don't have bills. I mean, everybody has bills. I don't have bills because I've been planning this for so long, right? I don't have credit card bills. I don't have car payments. I have a prepaid phone because it's $40 a month instead of $100 a month. No cable, like I said last stream. I don't even own a big screen TV. Like, you know, you got to sacrifice. Like, don't think it's just, you know, unicorns and cake or whatever the saying is. I don't know. You definitely have to sacrifice. Mine hasn't scratched through it. The only time he got out was pushing through the bottom zipper, which I zip tied together. Well, I'm going to check it out for sure because a grow tent would be insanely cheaper than building an 8x8 enclosure. Look up Intent Reptiles on Facebook. It's a group dedicated for keeping stuff in grow tents. I'm going to look it up right now. Intent Reptiles. Okay. Intent Reptiles. Let's see. Interesting. I'm going to join. Will you use the group search feature by using keywords? What tent size is recommended for a tegu? Or what? Will you use the groups? Sure. I don't know what that means, but sure. Yes, I'll be polite. I will not sell anything. Submit. You can have the unicorn. I want the dragon. Yeah. Daniel says, I get it. I'm retired. We paid our cars and house off. I have no credit cards. It really does make life less stressful. Yep. Absolutely. Never. I'll never do a car payment ever again. Man. Even at 0% interest, I still will never do a car payment. I have 2 kids, plenty of bills, still 100% behind you. Yep. There's always a way. Like, I have no doubt that no matter someone's situation, there's always a way to not be a slave. I don't know. That's just how I feel. Same then. You can have the unicorn. A boo for my car payment. Yep. No car payments ever. All right, guys. I got to call it. I think it's been a long time since I've done a 2-hour stream. But let's go through and not thank anyone because none of the super chats are showing up for me. That's pretty awesome. Man, I broke my thermometer inside my tank. All the mercury entered the water, but didn't notice for about 2 months. Should I change everything? What? I think if it was an issue, everything would be dead by now. But I would, man. Kenny Schindler says, 37 years old, never had a car payment. Boy, I just wish I would have had this mindset like 20 years ago. Like, I wish they would have taught this type of mindset in school. Not the go to work, save, retire at 65. Ugh, awful. Anyways, Chris, Jobs, Aquarium, Tanks, Turbo Fish, Matthew Vargas, Dude Fish, Jamie McDonald, KG Cichlids, Evans, Fish Room, Fish Tank Barn, Eric Furlow, Red T, Emily for becoming a new member. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Joel and Fish Tank Barn are the donors for the Microscope Fund. I really appreciate it. Thanks everyone for coming out. And the people I always forget to thank, I have a little sticky right here. Thank your moderators. So thanks guys for linking. Thanks, dudes. Can I say dudes? I appreciate it. And for everyone coming out, I think we almost had 200 people today, so that's pretty awesome. And Chevy Fish says, thanks for the stream, Bob. Thanks, Mod. Stay safe out there. Everybody later. And James dropping the turd right before. I feel... Okay, wait. Okay. I know a lot of people are leaving. You can still leave. This has nothing to do with anything important. But is it just me, or should the turd be a $2 sticker and not a $1? Because you could just say deuces. Every time someone leaves a turd, you could say deuces. No? I think it should be $2. I don't know. That's just me, though. So, I agree, no way. No, it totally should be $2. Deuces. Deuces. All right. Remember, guys. Keep your sleeves dry and your dreams wet.